prestigious.
And now the end is near.
And so I face the final battle.
My friend, I'll make it clear. I'll
In my case,
of which I'm certain. I've lived
a life that's full. I traveled it and every highway.
and more, much more than this. I did it my way.
Tonight on the show, Wesley Waller and Willie Wardlaw.
And now, please welcome the star of the worst episode of a Celebrities Where Are They Now show, Post-Meth Edition. He's your friend and mine, your host, Jared Isaacs.
Hi there, hey there, hello, and welcome to the Audio Roast. It's me, your host, Jared Isaacs. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking us out here, spending a little bit of your time here with us. On today's show, we're doing something for the first time. We're tackling punk from the 1970s. That's right. We've got a big, fun show, some new stuff in store for you. So, before we get started, go right down here and hit that subscribe button. While you're there, hit that notification bell so that when we put out new content, you're the first to know about it. You can also comment down below throughout the show. Let us know that you're watching, what you think. Play along with the games, all the fun stuff. And please share this video to your social medias. Tell your friends. Let's get this out there. Blow us up. Do what you do. Come on, internets. Work for us. If you're a fan of podcasts, nerd, we've got one for you. Just search for Audio Roast wherever you find podcasts. So Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, so on and so forth. You'll find us right there amongst all your friends. Check out our Patreon page. It's a fun way to support us. Just go to patreon.com/audioroast. There you'll find some backstage stuff going on, some artist spotlights that you don't get to see on the show, bonus games you don't get to see on the show, fun series and different things going on over there. It's a really cool thing that we've got. All we ask for is a couple bucks a month. It helps us out. We give you something in return. You can also check out playlists available after today's episode and most episodes. Just go to Spotify or iTunes, search for The Audio Roast, and you'll find a great group of music. You can also check out our website at audioroast.com. It's your official one-stop shop for all things Audio Roast related, including
Merch,
7 songs in 7 days,
sponsor links,
YouTube links,
merch,
past episodes, so on and so forth. It's really, it's a fun thing that we've got going over there. A little bit of everything. If you need a new pair of underwear, if you want to know the weather, if you want to know what we did 76 weeks ago, go to audioroast.com. That's all I got. Now then, it's time for this week's Weird Weekly News. On this week's Weird Weekly News, it's being reported that songwriter Paul Vance, you know him from the 60s hit Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny, Yellow Polka Dot Bikini that she wore for the... Okay. So he passed away this week. But I gotta say, it makes you wonder. I don't know about you, Josh, but I'm wanting to know what's he gonna be buried in. Is it gonna be an Itsy Bitsy? Oh, all right, yep. Well, let's hope it's a closed casket. Too soon? Oh, well. In other news, we find that the Elvis Presley estate has put the kibosh, if you will, on Elvis impersonators in Vegas doing weddings. That's right, no more. Anybody can get married, but not by Vegas' own Elvis Presley anymore. But don't worry, little mama. Wayne Newton can perform the service and play the reception for only $50. Hey, for the first time in, 40 years, the future is looking bright for Wayne Newton. And then finally, we find that Mariah Carey is back in the news, as this time she's being sued for $20 million. Have you heard about this? So she's being sued by Andy Stone, who's suing her for the rights to the name All I Want for Christmas. Not the song, not the words, not the melody, just the name. Gotta say, after seeing Andy Stone, I think I'd be looking to sue for something else. I'd be suing my hairstylist and my fashion designer. That's just wrong in every way that something could be wrong. All right, so that's going to wrap up this week's Weird Weekly News. All right, and so now it is time for everybody's most interactive, most favoritist, most bestest part of the show.
7 songs in 7 days. Hi there. You might know me as Julia Drake Cobb, and you might also know me as the person who goes way overboard on 7 songs in 7 days. So in honor of that, all 7 of these following nominations are from me, and the wonderful Jared and Joshua have decided to let me rank my own songs. Join me, will you? All right, so coming in at number 7, we have Divine Thing by Soup Dragons. Let's take you back to when I was in my early 20s and loving that ravey Manchester, London, UK kind of sound. Enjoy. Coming in at number 6, we have Home by Mark Broussard. This man is going to bring you some Louisiana swampy funk rock and roll. Come after it. You're going to see what I mean, and that's a man that can really sing it to the high heavens, bring you some soul. Coming in at number 5, one of my favorite bass lines of all time. Let's hear it for Hysteria by Muse. Not the Def Leppard one, which is also great, but Hysteria by Muse. Love those guys. Coming in at number 4, take me back to when I was 5 years of age and fell in love with some heavy rock. From who? The Osmonds. Yeah, I said it. Listen to the song and try to prove me wrong. Let's hear it for Crazy Horses at number 4. Listen and you be the judge. Coming in at number 3, a little more crazy. This time we've got Crazy Crazy Nights by Kiss. You want to hear our Paul Stanley being his most Paul Stanley self? This is the song to do it in. This is my people. This is my crowd. We love it loud. Come and sing along with me. All right, coming in at number 2, a difficult choice because this is a man that can sing his butt off and is incredibly creative and pretty new for everything else that's on this list. All Time Low, the acoustic version by John Bellion. You might know the original All Time Low as being a pop song, and it's great too, but go find the acoustic version. It's just him and his bandmates, and they sing their mother-loving butts off. You need to hear it. Very creative man, love him to death. But we've got to go back to my 11-year-old self for our number 1. Always makes me jump, always makes me happy, always makes me run around and jump, just be crazy. I can't even explain it. I'm running out of words because it is Spirit of Radio by Rush. You want to see me act like 11-year-old me? You play that song and you will get all the love. So now it's your turn. Use the hashtag 7. Just nominate any song from any genre, any style, or any decade. Just make it a song. We'll take the next 7 days. We'll give it a listen, give it a rank, because you gotta love this music. And I'll probably nominate 300 songs as well. It's just what I do. So have a great one. Get to nominating. We're going to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
classic rock coffee. Our coffee rocks.
Well, hello, all you spicy McNuggets. How you doing out there? We've got some punk music. We can't do this without this. We got some punk music for you, and I hope I'm not alone. Joshua, are you here with us today?
Too right.
That's right, punk rock,
Punk rock.
blitzkrieg pop. You know,
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
Yeah.
How you
God
think
save
you
the
fare
queen and
on
all
punk
that.
rock? Any good?
Am I any good? I know about the Sex Pistols, and then I found out they were a band. Anyway.
So
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm ready to have some fun. We're
All right.
we're moving and shaking today, boy.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what'd you think about that special guest that we had in the middle of our monologue today?
I wonder how she got in here.
Telling you.
I mean, this is like
It's a vault.
It's a secret location, too.
Mm.
I wonder how she found out, because I wasn't aware of her.
I think she's a time traveler, judging by the way she was dressed.
Yeah. Marty!
Julia Drake Cobb, of course, was
Julia.
our surprise guest for this week's 7 Songs in 7 Days.
Thing? I don't know. Segment?
I almost said ring girl. You know what I'm trying to say.
Medieval
She was
ring.
the presenter of 7
She was our
Songs.
Lord of the Ring girl.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
She was our Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Sure,
know.
why not?
Sure. We're going
Yeah,
with it.
sure.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
You know what else is a thing?
What is the thing?
We're doing a show and it has to do with music and coffee. So
Yeah,
let's talk
that's
about
right.
what we got in our mug. The Atomic Punk is what's in our mug. And Josh, why don't you tell us about what we're drinking here on the Audio Roast?
On the audio roast, we are drinking the Atomic Punk.
The Atomic Punk!
It is a medium dark roast espresso blend.
Beautifully put.
Dark chocolate, strawberry, and clove highlights, hints, flavors. Tickles your taste buds. Mm-mm-mm.
I wondered what that was. I thought it was just sitting on something fun. All right.
That ain't your taste bud, boy.
Did you say it's not my taste bud?
That's not your taste bud.
Oh
that
my
is-
God, we're gonna have to edit that one. Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
I'm sorry, but you said I thought I was sitting on something.
Well, leave it to you to pick up where I left off.
Well, that's why you got me over here.
Hey, speaking of over there,
Yes.
are you planning on doing some kind of wrestling match or something later?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, just checking. Wonder what that steel chair behind you is all about. The world may never know.
That's for intruders.
Oh,
Ever
okay,
since we
good.
had someone
Yeah,
like
for time travelers, and I totally
just
get
because it's a security measure.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I figured, if Julia Drake Cobb would ever do this again, she would appreciate the homage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you've heard it here first. Joshua is packing.
I am. And I've got
especially
a
in his
chair.
taste buds. All right. Let's move right along, you punky Brewster. Let's see what we've got in today's mailbag, shall we? All right, so for today's mailbag, we going digital.
Digital.
Digito. Yeah.
All right.
Let me open up our mailbag here.
You didn't have that already open.
I did, and then I didn't.
You didn't.
You know what I mean?
I know you mean.
All right, so we got some mail this week, and this is working out well. Our little
It
accent
is.
bell. Yeah, it's a thing. It's not my fault, but it is not. I know you can't read that. It's not legible. It's like sentences are supposed to look like this, like 1, 2, 3, and it looks like 1, 2, 3 is like covering up 2, and it's all spaced weird. So if it doesn't make sense, that's even better content. So here we go. We got a question from Tech Reviews. It
Tech
says,
Reviews? I didn't know they were followers of
I
us.
know, right? Me neither. Gosh, here I thought we knew everybody in the community that
Yeah.
we're involved in.
Now, is Tech short for something like Takesha or
no.
no?
I don't think so. But review is short for Yelp.
Oh,
okay,
okay.
so it says, connect with us and be an online shop owner.
Really?
Speaking of moving on,
We
up,
can do that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. It says, hi, my dear friends. Hello.
Starting off strong.
Hello.
Starting off strong. You didn't ring the bell. You can't talk in.
I did.
Did you?
You're talking over
I'm
me
sorry,
like
I couldn't hear
usual.
you.
I can't. Hey, I'm mowing grass over here. I'm mowing
Okay.
you over.
Sorry. Well, they started off strong by calling us friends, so I
Right.
feel really good about this.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm glad one of us does. Your recent video was really great, and I really liked it.
Oh, really? Which video was that? Did they reference which one?
Right. Which episode? Which genre? Which decade? Which guests? Which games? Which producer? Okay. It was really great. Loved it. Blah, blah, blah. I wondered whether you have ever seen, this is where it gets confusing, the influencers drive sales in TikTok. We Colify, that's the name of their something, are currently looking for partners to help them realize traffic conversation, monetization. It's typed over itself. It's like you and I are old enough to know what typewriters are.
Yeah.
You know when you're typing
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you like pull on the paper and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Roll
Yeah.
it back up and now you're typing on top of it. That's exactly what this looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says step 1, own your online store after registration.
Really? We can do that?
AudioRoast.com. We
my
do own
gosh.
it. Step 2, decorate your store with ideas. Get one promotional video. We've got,
Really?
this is our 89th promotional video.
Not counting the artist spotlights.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've also, we've got quite the interior decorator down here. He's got quite the touch. Oh, he's got quite the touch.
What accent was that? San Francisco?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, I thought that was a flower I saw in your hair. Okay, and then step 3, post a video on your TikTok account. We've heard about your
Really?
TikTok account.
Well, that's for special friends only.
Your
And Jared,
special
stop
special
sending me
fans
requests.
only.
Stop.
Your special fans only.
Well,
So
that's
which
a different
version of that other
platform.
side?
That's a different platform.
Are we going to just talk over each other the whole time? The whole time!
the whole time?
And then it says, get commissions if sold.
See, I don't know when you're going to shut up. That's
I don't either.
But anyway,
shall we-
but I'm going
Josh,
to Jared,
Josh,
Jared,
Josh,
Jared,
Josh,
Jared.
shall we?
We shall. What are we doing?
Oh, now
Okay.
you broke the awkward pause. You can't even awkward
Oh.
pause without talking over me. What are you doing?
I'm
All right,
sorry.
so
Go ahead.
well, it's a bunch of mumble jumble, and it's really boring. And they do have a email. Should we go ahead and blast that out for them?
Let's do.
Nah, let's not.
nah.
They're a bunch of scrubs. We don't need no TikTok
No, we don't.
influencer crap. Oh, and here's how you really know. Speaking of all this, that it's again. I know you can't see it, but it's in pounds. They want to send us 544 pounds.
Pounds of what?
I don't know, but I've got plenty of pounds. Just saying. Yeah. So that is gonna wrap up this week's mailbag. You could send us a question. Just drop us a line down below in the comments, or on our Facebook page, or in any of the social medias that you know that we're associated with. Yeah, that's how you plug stuff. Take that, lady. All right. That was aggressive. All right, Josh, got anything else before we bring out our guests and start the real show?
No, but I hope we hit that accent bell more often. That's fun.
Isn't it though?
It is.
Let's go up to the great north
Not so much the Canada side of
No?
things. Not that far. Maybe a little up there though.
Little-
You guys got to come down here and see us when we come back from the commercial, eh?
You betcha.
You bet you sure.
You betcha sure.
Classic rock coffee. It's coffee that rocks, yeah. This ain't your typical coffee shop. It's Java with attitude, baby. From the moment you step onto the stage, you'll see, hear and taste the difference. We're rocking and roasting 7 days a week with guitars, amps, lights, burning wrists and groupies. We've got the best coffee, frappes, smoothies, protein shakes, pastries and sandwiches. Oh yeah, green M&Ms if you get backstage. Come on in and get a whole lot of love. Get the idea, my babies? Even if you don't love classic rock. Well, that's impossible. You're gonna love classic rock coffee. Check us out. Located at Kansas Expressway and Sunset.
Hey musicians, do your shows need that extra layer of fun and excitement? Wow your fans with next level production and let Sunset Productions help you up your game. We can create custom and unique sound, lighting, and video packages designed just for you and your budget. Let's work together and give our community the shows they deserve. For more information, contact Jared Isaacs at sunsetproductionsspringfield@gmail.com. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Sunset Productions. Sunset Productions. Don't be a jukebox. Be an experience.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Audio Roast. We're going to keep things rolling. We've got our first guest for today's episode. Let's welcome at this time a good friend of mine, somebody you might recognize. You see him out and about all the time. Let's welcome Wesley Waller. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Good to see you.
All the people out there.
God, that's a
And
nice
TV
crowd.
Yeah, you know.
I'm digging it.
How you been?
Wonderful. You, man?
Doing well.
Good,
Doing well.
good.
Staying busy.
That's good. I enjoyed your show the other day. It was fantastic.
Thank you. Which one did you catch?
The one at the Riff
Oh, okay, yeah.
with
yeah.
Troy.
Yes.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
Great show,
Oh,
man.
see, when you say show, I think you're talking about this. You're talking about
I
like
always
actually
dig
being a
Dude,
musician.
I always dig this show. That goes without saying. So you know.
Well, thanks, man. I got to be honest. It feels good to get back on stage. It's after like almost 3 years of being the guy backstage.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, what about me?
It's an addiction.
Yeah, it is. It
truly,
is.
truly.
You play bass too, though, right?
I play a little bit of everything.
Okay,
A little bit of everything, not a lot of anything.
I wondered that. So, did you take lessons or anything, or
Nope.
no?
Nope.
Just listen to.
Listened to lots of records when I was a kid,
Gotcha.
Mm.
Gotcha.
all by ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, could you get up and do a jam with people? Like, are you
Yeah.
that comfortable? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Well, then you're already one up on me.
There we
I'm-
go.
Yeah. Strings and me don't
Oh well, you know,
too many.
you got the voice, so you don't need the strings.
I don't know.
Just saying.
Well, I appreciate
Just saying.
it.
Yeah.
Do you sing at all?
As little as possible.
That's
Don't not so much.
So let's talk about punk, since that's
Hey,
what we're here for today.
What are we here for?
Well, I mean, unless you want to do a rerun of the Outlaw Country from last
we do
week.
whatever you want to do.
Okay. Well,
I'm good with it.
what is it that got you into punk music? And please tell me you've never heard of punk.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Good. Good.
So yeah, no. So you're a kid in junior high school, right?
Mhm.
And everybody and their brothers listening to Flock of Seagull type music or you know Duran Duran whatever, and then you hear something completely totally different from anything you ever heard, and it grabs you.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. It grabbed me,
And it was punk that did that.
and it was I mean initially it was the Ramones.
Okay.
You know, I heard the Ramones and that was like it, and then the Dead Kennedys from the
Yeah.
West Coast. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So was it the angst? Was it the lyrics? Was it just the
Um,
attitude?
I think the lyrics and the speed of the music, like
Okay.
it just grabbed me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I had ADHD or whatever, but the speed and the power of the music.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's totally different. It wasn't most of the lyrically those songs aren't set up the way most songs are set up. They're just different. So, you know,
Right.
inherently it's different and I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So how long have you been here in the Springfield area?
My entire life.
Okay,
I was born at Mercy at the time it was St. John's, but yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So how is it that you have so much musical history for this area? Is that something that you've always been enamored with and that kind of thing?
I was really lucky, extraordinarily lucky, in that I grew up with friends who were either in bands or had siblings that were in bands. So because of that, it drew me into that crowd, and therefore I was just always around it.
Gotcha. Now, were you in bands if your family was?
I mean, I was in my first punk band at around 14 years old.
Nice.
Yeah. We set up in my house, and my mom was nice enough to let us sit there and do things we probably shouldn't do. And she would bring us grilled cheese sandwiches and
there you go.
cans of Dr. Pepper, and we would turn the music up ridiculously loud and just go at it.
Does it get any better than grilled cheese and punk music?
No.
Just saying.
It's the life. At 14, it is the life.
Yeah, I mean, at 14, being in a punk band, you probably didn't even need to play instruments,
and
right?
having a mom cool enough to let you turn it up to 11 and go.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
So were you doing covers and stuff at that point, or were you
dude, that was all original stuff we did. Yeah, we would just cut loose.
That's really cool. Do you have any of that recorded or anything, or any way to?
Everything I had recorded was lost in a flood. I had a box of audio tapes, and I had 2 or 3 actual videotapes that we did later.
Yeah.
I bought, like, when video cameras first came on the market, it was like a video camera VCR combo.
Yes.
And you had to carry the thing with a strap. And
yes,
I had one of those, dude, and we shot some videos too, and it just all got ruined.
Yeah.
Horribly.
I hate that.
I do remember some of the songs though, and some of the lyrics, but you know.
Yeah. I definitely can relate to that. I had an apartment fire and lost a lot of home videos and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so
it sucks,
I definitely know, but at least it's all up here.
The great thing about the internet is you can back everything up now. See, back then we couldn't do that.
Right.
It was all on cassettes.
Yep. That's in my situation. That's what made it even worse. Is I had went home for Christmas, grabbed the VHS tapes with the intention of, hey, I'm gonna translate these over to digital,
Right.
and then that spring apartment fire, and I was like, but I wasn't. Oh well.
Yeah.
Those are gone.
Got to get on that stuff, man.
Yeah. So how is it that you keep up with so much history? I mean, locally and with music, like
I'm lucky enough because I've known so many people over the years that are involved in it that they know that I've got the history page and that I'm a collector of local stuff. And so they just send me stuff, be it over the internet or a lot of people mail stuff to me. And
okay, so it's not necessarily that you have to reach out to everybody all the time.
I have
people
more
are like,
people that
hey,
come
we
to
know
me.
you as a
Yeah.
history dude.
Yeah.
That's really cool. How long did that take for people to realize that with you?
Within 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I pushed it hard because it needed to be done.
Yes.
And I've got a YouTube channel. It's all like pre-2000 music videos that were shot locally.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What's the website for that, or the name of your YouTube channel?
If you just type in Mad Welshman on YouTube.
Mad Welshman.
Yeah, there's a picture of some real grumpy looking guy. You punch that in, click on that, and there's probably 400 videos on there, I guess.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I've only lived here in Springfield for about 20 years now, and it's really neat to see what was here before me or what was here as I was moving here. But it took 7 years for me to get into the scene before so it's neat to see all that kind of stuff. I even have interest in actual Springfield history, non-music related and stuff. This whole area is just swamped full of interesting things.
It really is. With Route 66 coming through here, it's not just music, everything came through here. At one point, this was it. This was the place everybody came through. So, there's so much history here.
Yeah, it's wild.
Wonderful.
It's wild.
Wonderful.
What are if you had to have a favorite something historical musically, do you have anything like that that's like, man, this was like the coolest show or the coolest venue or the coolest whatever?
There was a couple of them. So probably the coolest show I ever went to was an April Fool's show at the Springfield Art Museum. Okay. And it was Fool's Face. The opening band was a band out of St. Louis called The Gap, which was an all-girl band. Little did we all know that it was basically Fool's Face all dressed in drag playing different instruments.
Oh, you're kidding me.
It was awesome, dude. No one knew it. And everybody's going, wow, those are some odd-looking chicks, man.
They must have been from the east side of St. Louis.
Dude, it was brilliant. And I've got on my history page, I've got a photo of them all dressed in drag as the band. It's brilliant.
Oh, my gosh.
It's brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah.
If it took any length of time, I would imagine people were probably drunk by that time.
Well, it was at the art museum, but still they did a good enough job doing it because they had, I guess their girlfriends make them up and everything.
Nice.
But it was at least passable from a distance,
Okay. All right.
Closer you got though, man, you're seeing some little razor
good from
burn
far,
there.
but far from good.
Yeah.
I know the type.
daytime stripper kind of stuff. you
Yeah. Love it. Wow. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a doozy.
It
So,
is.
was there a picture and video of this anywhere?
I have not been able to find any video, nor has anyone else that I know found video of it. And the only photo is the one that I have posted on my page. That's
Gotcha.
the only one that I know of. And it's, I talked
I wonder
to all
if they
those-
only did that once, or if that was like a gag.
that was
they
it.
Really?
That was it. It was a one and done deal. Yeah.
Man, how cool though.
Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty wild. Well, it looks like we're about out of time, but we've got some fun stuff that we're going to do. And I've talked before we do end up finishing this little thing. You and I have talked before, and I want to go ahead and put this out there.
Right.
Would you be willing to do like a reoccurring segment every now and then and drop us a little bit of history?
Let's make it happen. I'll
Oh, I
bring
love
stuff if you want.
Yeah,
whatever you wanna
absolutely.
do.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Anything I can do to help you, anything that I can do to get people the knowledge that you already have and point them in your direction, I'm here for it. I love it.
Fabulous, man. I appreciate it.
All right.
Springfield,
So-
Missouri music history.
Yeah.
Just look it up on Facebook.
Well, and even if you're watching from somewhere not in Springfield, every town's got history to it and, and got music history and all that. But if you've got a starting point, which we do with you, dive head first.
There
You'd
you
be
go.
surprised what you find out.
There you
yeah.
go.
So we're gonna play some games if you'll stick around.
I can make
I think
that
we might
happen.
even do
Yeah.
something special tonight. I don't know. Feeling spicy.
Hey, spicy's good. I like spicy.
But before we head out,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a couple options.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So we can have an awkward pause.
Okay.
We can make something out of Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Or you can add to my big shiny ball.
Man, I dig awkward pauses, really. I'm just saying.
Wesley Waller, everybody. We'll be back. Nice.
I have just one question. Have you thought about being a guest on the show? We are currently seeking music lovers of all kinds to join in on our fun. If you're interested in being a guest, or if you just have questions, comments, or suggestions, you can message us on Facebook or email us at theaudioroastpodcast@gmail.com. You can also submit any topics you'd like to hear discussed.
Hey Springfield, Robert and Cheryl Crook here.
And together we are Zenlens Photo Media.
You've probably seen us around town, but did you know we also do family and children photography?
Don't forget maternity and infant sessions.
As well as senior portraits and weddings.
Please keep us in mind when you need event coverage and videography.
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or at www.zenlensphotomedia.com.
Or you can give us a call at 417-818-7067 and book your session today.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to keep the train on the tracks and welcome our next guest. You probably know him from the band Misery Stairs. He's a good friend of mine. I've known this dude for a while now. Let's welcome our next guest, Mr. Willie Wardlaw.
Oh, yes. Gotta love it. How you been?
Good. How are you, man?
Nuts.
Nuts. All right.
You know, nothing going on over here for me. You've been staying busy with work and stuff?
Yeah, pretty
Nice.
much. Yeah.
Nice. And still playing music?
Still playing music.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
How often?
I mean, as far as playing out, just, I don't know, maybe once or twice a month, if that.
Oh, well,
But,
that's
yeah.
more than what we used to.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a lot more than the last 3 years.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. So as now that COVID is kind of
Mhm.
it's not done, but whatever.
Right.
You know, are you kind of getting back in the swing of things then and getting some good bookings and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. It's, I don't know. I mean, we get show offers and we take them. So that's pretty much how it
Nice,
worked. Yeah.
nice.
But
Smart.
yeah, it's
Smart.
been nice.
So for people that haven't heard your band, what kind of sound do you guys?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say like we're blatantly punk rock or something like that, but it's definitely like more of a kind of down to basics, guitar, drums, bass, and vocals.
Yeah.
And we have a female vocalist named Myra, and she brings it. She's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some video and stuff. I still haven't got to see you
Yeah.
guys in real life,
Yeah.
but your videos and stuff are really cool. It's really kind of refreshing, to be honest.
Cool.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of your stuff, and
Yeah.
And not only are you playing in a band, but you do stuff on your own, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like Wesley, like you're a multi-instrumentalist too. You do drums, you do bass, the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Do you like when you're writing that stuff? Is that just stuff that you've had written for a long time that you're?
Not necessarily, it's just whenever I'm working on my own, I'll come up with a song idea, and I've finally gotten myself now to where I've got the equipment at home, and it's just like I can go in the room and lay this down
And actually do what's in your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's nice. It's
How long
something
does
I
that
wanna
take if you're doing it by yourself? Like just
I mean,
all the instruments and stuff.
To get like a rough idea down, maybe about an hour or so if I'm just working a couple of riffs.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Man, so
But-
that's what punk rock's all about. Like you just
Well, I mean,
pretty straightforward. Nothing fancy.
It depends. I mean, the stuff I do on my own is kind of more heavy metal type stuff
Right,
and
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just if you know what you want and you know how to get it done, it doesn't take long.
Right. So what got you? I'll ask you the same thing I asked Wesley. What got you into punk and that kind of thing?
Well, as far as punk rock goes, I mean, it's kind of evolved out of being into heavy metal and everything. It's when I was in middle school, my library, Studi Middle School in Springfield here, they actually had a book just on rock music, and I opened up a page, and there was a bit about the Sex Pistols in it, which I'd never heard anything about.
Well, and being a kid from Missouri, you're like,
yeah,
what?
What's this? And
This is like so British. I have no idea, but I'm interested.
Exactly. Well, it was pre-internet, so it wasn't like I had an older sibling who was telling me about this stuff or anything.
Right.
And most of my friends are all my age, so we were all equally clueless.
Right.
But we had a local record store called the Mad Platter, and I went there, and they didn't have the classic Nevermind the Bollocks. What they had was a tape from Reckless Records called the Mini Album. And what it was actually rough demos of what would become some of those other songs and some other stuff that was on there. And if nobody's ever heard that, I suggest they check that out because it's really cool stuff. There's some really just great songs on it, and it's just not that blatant sound yet.
Right.
They were still very much evolving at that point. But then from there, of course, I found out about the Ramones. Then being a Metallica fan, you heard all about the Misfits and heard the covers. So I sought that stuff out, and then I started discovering the local bands.
Gotcha.
And actually made contact with some of them, and then eventually wound up in a few myself.
Right. So you're able to actually go from the book to real life and put it to use.
And then they introduced me to all the stuff from LA and DC and all that.
Gotcha. They're like, come here, kid. We got you.
Yeah, exactly. And they were a good head older than me too, so that's where I found out about Minor Threat and all that other fun stuff.
Nice. Very cool. So how old were you when you were in your first band then?
15.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, that was my first legitimate band that had full members and regular rehearsals.
Yeah. Wow. And you guys played shows and stuff?
We didn't get to, no.
It's so that's so funny to me. That's why I asked that, because so many bands start out like, my first band, and like same with mine.
Yeah.
We never played a single show. All we did was get together and hang out and practice and
Right.
eat grilled cheese and that's what we did.
Yeah, and then later that same year, I joined an established band and got to play my first couple of shows out when I was 15. But then I don't know, lineup changes, whatever. I just I don't put a lot of faith in band lineups just because it all falls to shit.
It does.
It all falls apart within a couple of months generally.
Musicians are a flaky bunch. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So when you get a good group of them, it's really nice. But you're the whole time, and I'm that way too. In the back of my head, I'm like, okay, but how much longer?
Yeah.
How much longer?
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's inevitable, unfortunately, but yeah. So you've been a part of some really cool things. Tell me about Truckface. I know you were involved in Truckface for quite a while, weren't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was kind of like me and my friend Chris. We grown up together. I've known him since 4th grade. He's my best friend, and we've known each other forever. And we somebody used to be called Truckface locally, and that was
really
a terrible name.
Did they know that they were called that?
I don't know if they knew it at the time, but that was around. Like, that was like a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But that's a great band name. And so then my friend Mike, who was he was a drummer in one of my early bands from around high school, he hit me up out the blue, and we kind of started, throwing some ideas around, and that band came together.
Interesting.
And, but those were mostly songs that I had written and everything, and Mike and Chris also had some riffs and everything too.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Very cool. And you guys played shows. I know that.
Oh yeah. We played a handful. Yeah.
Very cool. What's the biggest show you've ever played?
Quite honestly, probably the Eye of the Witch show we did was as far as like big.
Oh, you mean that time we sold out the ballroom?
I mean, It was a pub crawl and there was no cover.
Hey.
So there was that aspect.
Kill
but
a good story with details. What that was doing.
Yeah. But then, like, when I played with Apnea, the heavy metal band
Yes.
here in town, we got to, play with 6 Feet Under and Soulfly and stuff. So those were pretty well attended shows.
Yeah.
A lot of people that were there that didn't come to see us the next time we played because they were there to see 6 Feet Under and Soulfly, and we were the opening band.
Yeah. How was that being around in the metal scene back then? Like I said earlier, it wasn't until 2007 when I actually got in the music scene. So I missed a lot of that stuff, all the Public Assassin stuff and all that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Public Assassin, they broke up when I was 14. I was aware of them, but I never got to see them live back then.
All right.
Yeah. So, I mean, this was probably around 2000 through 2004 when I was really active in that. And it was cool because, people had internet access, but people hadn't quite gotten to the point where it's like, I'm going to stay home this weekend.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I think a lot of that comes with age too. Whenever you're like 16, 17, it's like, man, I can't wait to get out of my parents' house. But now I know me, it's like, wait, I have to leave my house. It's like where all my crap is. This is where I keep all my stuff. Everything I like is here.
Yes.
Why would I want to go out? But then, I don't know. I still enjoy a lot of local music, but I'm more likely to buy your stuff on Bandcamp than I am to go out and watch you play just because, I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't like going out.
I mean, times are definitely changing in the music scene anyway, but you bring up a good point. And that's why I think it's important that people still put out physical copies of things too.
Yeah.
I mean, digital's great, but if you actually have things to sell, people can buy them and support you, like you said, without even having to be at the venue. So, yeah.
But then I don't know, there's another side to that too, where a lot of times, the format it comes out on is almost more important to some people than what's actually on it.
You're spot on, buddy.
If
if it's not vinyl, you're not cool. If it's on right now, if it's on cassette, you're like, oh, that's the hottest thing. It's like,
I think
it's only going to be a fad for a few years, and then it's going to go back.
Yeah, the people who are nostalgic for cassettes didn't grow up with them because seriously, it is a terrible, terrible format. And it's like, I mean, I remember my dad had this cheap Spark-O-Matic stereo in his car. I can't recall how many albums got ruined in that thing.
That's what we need to do, Willie. You and I. So what we'll do is we'll go in together on some number 2 pencils, and then whenever in a couple of weeks' time, when all these cassette tapes start getting eaten up, we'll say, hey, we got you.
Speaking of which, my band has a cassette coming out.
Oh, hey, do tell.
We're doing a split with My Ancestor, and we should be putting that out here before long. I don't have a time frame yet, but we're getting ready to send the stuff off to National Audio. So,
nice. Are you the one that's actually recording it and stuff, or?
Yeah, I've already recorded it. We recorded it like a year and a half ago. We're just lazy.
Wow. Yeah. What's that process like for you guys? Like, is it a slow, like, let's get all these guitars down right, let's get the drums down right, or is it like, and then we just sit on it until something happens?
I mean, it just depends. Like, recording it, we knocked it out in a couple of sessions because we've been playing these songs for about 2 years, just hadn't done a lot with it, and just recorded at the house. Everybody was wearing headphones in different rooms and did that. My Ancestor recorded with another local guy, and it's just... all the songs were recorded pretty quickly. It's just been slow to get the physical stuff together.
Yeah. Makes sense. Well, whenever you get that out, you'll have to let me know so that we can help promote it, because I would really love to hear it actually. So
we'll do it.
Good stuff. So we're gonna play some games, all the fun stuff. If you're down for all that,
absolutely.
If you think you can hang with some punk trivia,
I'll try.
All right. Same thing. So before you go, I'm gonna give you a couple options. You can add to my big shiny ball. We can make something out of Play-Doh, or, well, since we've already done an awkward pause, we can do best 2 out of 3 for rock, paper, scissors.
I like Play-Doh.
There's the quote at the end of the show. All right, pick your color. Hard choices, I know.
Go with
the old changeroo. You already know what you're going to make?
No.
Good, me neither. Makes me feel better.
You ever eat this
Yeah,
stuff
it's
back in
new.
the day? It's really salty, if I remember
Did
right.
you just sniff my Play-Doh?
Yeah,
I love it.
it's been a minute. I
That's
haven't
pretty punk. That's
messed
pretty
with
punk,
it.
bro.
Yeah, really punk rock.
Yeah, you got the new batch.
The new batch.
Somebody asked me if I made the Play-Doh. I'm like, dude, how much time do you think I've got on my hands?
Right?
No, of course I didn't. This is where we put the Benny Hill music behind us, by the way.
Oh, good deal, because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
Well, you know, me neither. Needs to be restrung, but there's a guitar for you.
It's a
Oh, look at
bird's nest with a giant egg.
Giant egg.
There we go. All right.
Willie Wardlaw, everybody. That's a massive egg, sir.
Hey! It's Jody, Rewind Records. I want you to see this. What is that? Oh yeah, that's the brand new stuff in the Moon Glow vinyl. Rewind Records has been making some changes. We've gotten bigger, we've done CDs, we've done DVDs, we've done merchandise, sleeves for records, candles, incense. We're kind of turning it into a little shop. I want to thank you very much for taking care of us. Keep listening to good music.
What is going on here? This is not the game center. This is something completely different. Are you any good in the kitchen, Willie?
I don't know. I mean, no one's died yet. So.
Oh, well. We'll keep that record then.
All right.
Actually, being that you're both guitar players, I'm not too worried about your fingers because I know that you're going to protect them. If you were drummers, I'd be nervous. What about you, Willie?
Willie.
I may have already hit some sauce. What about you, Wesley? Are you any good in the kitchen?
Oh, I was trained in France.
Really?
Yeah.
Julia Childs trained you, huh?
Julia's cousin, Susie Childs.
You know that's our producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Susie Childs.
There we go.
So, what we're doing today is we're making a simple recipe. We're going to start off easy. We're just going to make some buffalo chicken dip. So, this is something that I throw together a lot for whenever we have get-togethers and stuff. If you guys go to any family gatherings or barbecues or anything like that, it's something easy to whip together and bring, and you look like a stud. So, that's what we're doing here, because we all want to be studs. All right, so the way we're going to do this, somebody needs to handle chicken. Looks like you're up on that.
I'm the
So,
chicken guy.
what I've done, I'm a fan of taking things very easy. So what we've got here is a rotisserie chicken that we can skin and shred, easy peasy. If you want to, if you're in a bind, you can also use the canned chicken breast. Nothing wrong with that. I don't care what Wesley says. Just drain it, and it's good stuff. So I'll let you choose whichever you want to.
Doesn't matter to me.
All right, let's make it fancy then. If we're gonna do it, let's do it.
I got to put on my spectacles.
That's all right.
Okay.
All right, so I'll let you get started on that.
How chopped up do you want this? Thing?
Well, so let's
You just want it broken apart? Or you want it
yeah,
chopped up?
let's just break it apart for now, and we'll start with that. So we don't need the skin, and we sure don't want the bones. All right, so I'll let
I
you.
need a knife.
Well, all right,
Just saying.
there you go.
Okay.
Willie, we need some onions, but I don't need you to cry about it. So we got green ones.
All right. Good
All right.
deal.
So I'll let you chop those up, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Doesn't have to be anything perfect.
Gotcha.
So
Ow! No. I'm kidding. You want it in here?
yeah, go for it. Yeah, throw all your junk in there, and then all the pretty stuff in that bowl up there or something.
Oh no, that's the pretty stuff. You want the skin off of it though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I just eat the skin on it. I don't even care.
Yeah, well, here you can put that in there. That's good to chew on, just like I don't know, beef jerky or something. Chicken jerky.
Chicken jerky.
Yeah. See, this is what you're supposed to do, right? Do a cooking segment, and you don't have to do anything. You're
You
supposed
just
to go to
stand
work.
there.
Hey, you want to come over and cook me some dinner?
Yeah.
So what we've got here is we're going to take a package of cream cheese that's been sitting at room temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. And we'll cube this up. Not really, now that it's totally at room temperature, you don't really have to worry about cubing it up and getting it all pretty because it's going to mix really easy anyway since it's room temperature. The hardest part is getting it open. All right, I'm going to come over here, get a bowl.
I don't know what I'm doing, so it's either going to turn out right or it's not.
It's chicken. How bad can it be?
It's chicken. I mean, I'm not tearing into it, so. Which for me is a good thing.
Right, that's a win already, huh?
Yeah.
All right. It won't be buffalo if we didn't have any buffalo sauce in there. How are you guys with spicy food? Not a fan. Love it.
I mean, I can handle Frank's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's safe in baby bottles.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take a half a cup of some Frank's in with our cream cheese. Glug glug glug. It's a technical term, I'm telling you. 2 glugs. Fuji's? No. 2 glugs. Still no. All right. What we need also is some ranch because you've got to have some ranch with your buffalo. Are you guys blue cheese fans?
Yes.
I'm any
Same.
kind. I'm any kind. Dude, I'm
Same.
any kind of
But I
cheese
played
fan.
it safe today and just went with ranch. But
Ranch
you can
is
definitely use blue cheese if you like that.
Ranch is good.
All right. And this one is 3/4 of a cup. I love how they package us to death. This is an American-sized serving of ranch,
So like the whole bottle?
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
All right. Got that? Good. All right. Now then, we need half a cup of shredded cheese. So, Lily, since you've got your onions done, which do you prefer, cheddar or pepper jack?
Both.
Do it.
All of it.
We don't need all of it. Our cholesterol might. You know, I'm not worried about measuring. You just throw in a couple handfuls.
Okay.
The recipe does call for half a cup, but, you know.
To hell with recipe.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs health?
Fistfuls of cheese.
Fistfuls of cheese. There's an album cover, or an album name right there.
I just want to eat food and be happy. I don't care.
There you go.
I don't care what it does to my insides.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to reach over here, Willie, and grab some of this. Yeah. Perfect. Get a cooking show, they say. All right, and then I'll flip this around. If you want something nice to cut on, you can work
No,
on
I'm
that.
good here. I'm good here. I haven't cut my finger off yet, so I'm all right.
Well, then we're doing good.
Yeah.
All right. Let you have a stir. What we're gonna do is add in some salt and pepper. This stuff tastes good, but it tastes better with flavor. So I'll just go over top of you here. I don't know the fancy way to do this. It's our first episode of doing this. I'm not a big salt guy, so I'm not gonna use a lot.
There's probably
Your body
already
doesn't
plenty
need
in
a
all
lot.
this stuff.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right, the other stuff will wait. So, if you are a fan of spicy food, something that you can do is get some crushed red pepper or cayenne pepper and add it in with what Willie's got. Right now would be the time to add that. If you wanted to make it spicier, you could.
It's making slurpy noises.
That's how you know you're doing it right, isn't it?
I'm getting to the bottom of it here.
Yes, this is what happens when 3 grown men get together and cook. Full of innuendo.
Dude, be glad I'm not a drinking man. I'm just saying.
There you go.
This could have turned into a disaster really quick.
All right, so chicken's coming along pretty good.
Chicken's coming along all right. I mean, you know, it's a chicken.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be fancy. It's dip. I mean, we're putting it on.
I mean,
on
I'm
chips.
definitely not making it fancy.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
I don't know.
So I know that Wesley, you watch the show fairly often.
I do.
Willie, I don't know if you've been able to check us out or not, but
A little.
A lot of the
When I get a minute.
right. A lot of the reason that we do what we do here on the show with the games and that kind of stuff is it's another way to connect with people, and I feel that cooking is another example of that. Breaking bread together means a lot.
Asking him to do your podcast.
Yeah. That's all you signed up for was a podcast. Like, what is this, right? Yeah, for real.
This is the punkest thing I've done all day. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm like cutting up. What do you think?
I think we're getting there. I think that's probably good.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can munch on the rest if there's
Yeah.
any munchers out there. All right. Perfect. Beautiful.
Chicken bits, anyone?
Anything else you need done?
Oh, here. Actually, let's do this.
Yeah, give me that.
Okay. I won't.
All right. God, I love chicken grease.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
Nothing better. All right. I'm going to set this over here. All right. All good in the neighborhood. Now we're going to take some of this pretty chicken. We're just going to...
on the floor. At room
I'll let you have your druthers again. Would you like to chop this up, or would you like to kind of shred it up?
You just had me clean my hands off.
Here, I'll show you that I can
No,
actually
I can do it.
help you out. All right, here we go. It's real fancy. See,
You're good at that, man.
trying to make sure we don't lose all this hard work of yours.
You're the guy that went to France.
A little piece of something.
Ginsu. Wow.
Okay, all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, before it flies away on us. We'll just add it in there.
Yeah, bypass the middleman.
Yeah.
You don't need the middleman.
We don't need the middleman.
No. You already got the cream cheese in there?
Dang, he's getting buffer by the second, mixing all that.
You used all the cream cheese.
All the
right?
cream cheese.
All the
one
cream
full block.
cheese is in
You
Yep.
never have enough cream cheese.
I agree.
You know.
So it's not a bad idea. Exactly what we did. We've got a little bit of that chicken grease in there.
Yeah.
As if you can see that.
Yeah. Looks good.
So that's gonna. There you go. That's gonna be what kind of coats our pan and keeps it from sticking. But it's not gonna stick anyway. If it's gonna stick to anything, it'll be my chip. All right. Now here's where we get really fancy. You ready for this?
Ooh.
Ooh, pretty. All right.
Ooh, everybody.
Mix it.
Ooh.
Huh?
Yeah,
There you go.
go.
Yeah.
See? I get him going here.
You ever watch Emeril Lagasse?
Oh, yeah.
Bam!
Bam! There we go. Kick it up a notch.
There you go. Kick it up a notch.
That's the thing. You're probably going to get a phone call from the
Hey,
Food Network.
I hope. Hey, if they find me, that'd be great. We welcome you. Come shut me down, please. That means I'm being.
Emerald would
I'm
like
being
to have a
seen.
word with you.
That's right. That's right. And then whenever you, that's probably good. It'll all melt in the oven. We're just gonna take this here.
See, the really punk part is there's no oven, so we get to eat this raw.
Right. That's right.
Raw.
Raw power.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. You already put all the cheese in there?
Not all of it, but I agree. It does need more.
Gotta have more. Come on. You've seen my Facebook page. I'm the cheese guy.
You are the cheese guy. Tell me more about that. So that's a legit
So
thing.
that all started with Drew Viney, right? So I told him that I owed him for he was kind enough to let me get on stage and sing with him and a couple other people, and I told him that I owed him some cheese for it.
Okay.
But I was the kind of guy that wouldn't bring him just regular cheese. It was soft imported cheese. So he got soft imported cheese right before he opened a show at Riff, and it was awesome.
All right, so I'm going to add some parsley to this. Just parsley, it really doesn't do a whole lot. It just looks pretty for whoever you're cooking it for. It makes you look like you know what you're doing. All right, now this is going to go into a 350-degree oven. We're going to put it in there for 30 minutes. Check it. It might take up to 60 minutes.
but you don't want to cook anymore than that. All you're doing is getting it warm. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to throw it in the oven. We're going to have some fancy cut, and then we're going to come back, and it's going to be all done. We're going to eat it, and it's going to be great. So come back and see us.
I'm ready.
This week's artist spotlight, Jason West.
Hey there, we are here with Jason West, who's doing some acoustic guitar stuff, and this is something that we'll be able to hear you with Trish K and West Hill. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, so what are we going to hear on this one?
Whip and Post by the Allman Brothers.
Oh man, not a bad song at all.
It's a good one.
Very cool.
It is a good one.
Very cool. I'm excited to hear you do this. So, Jason West, everybody.
I've been run down, I've been lied to, and I don't know why I let that mean woman make me a fool. Took all my money, wrecked my new car. Now she's with one of my good time buddies, drinking in some crosstown bar. Sometimes I feel like I've been tied to the whipping post, tied to the whipping post, tied to the whipping post. Good Lord, I feel like I'm tired. All my friends tell me I've been such a fool, and I have to stand by and take it, baby. Oh, for loving you, drown myself in sorrow. Look what you've done. Nothing seems to change. Bad times stay the same, and I can't run. Sometimes I feel like I've been tied to the whipping post, tied to the whipping post, tied to the whipping post. Good Lord, I feel like I'm tired. Oh, 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 oh. I feel like I'm dying.
Well, hello and welcome to the Game Center. We have finally made our way over here to play some games. We've got Willie and Wesley here with us. We're going to do some 70s punk, and this is what we're going to play. Guess the song in reverse. So, guys, the way this is going to work, we're going to play 30 seconds of a 70s punk song in reverse. That's backwards for anybody that needs the subtitles. If you can name the name of the song and the name of the artist, buzz in at any time during those 30 seconds, and you get a point for each. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's hear your first song. Willie.
I don't know the artist, but I'm sorry, I don't know the song, but I'm guessing Television is the artist.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
That is my final
answer. All
answer.
right. Wesley, what do you think on this one?
Hank Williams Jr.
Love it. Doesn't get any more punk than that. All right, let's see what the answer is. It is Ever Fallen in Love by the Buzzcocks. There's a band name. Let's check out what our next song is. Willie.
Is that Bondage by the X-Ray Specs?
Man, is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
All right, let's see if that is the correct one. It is. Oh, Bondage, Up Yours by the X-Ray Specs. That's a band name and a song title for you. All right, let's try another one. Willie.
Is that Outsider by the Ramones?
Outsider by the Ramones. Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
All right. Wesley?
I'm going with him.
All right. Let's see what we're all going with here. No, it's the Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones.
Okay.
Only the most famous punk rock song of all time.
Yeah.
All right. Moving right along to our next one. Willie.
Your brain works a lot better.
Well, I know the artist is X, but I can't think of what song that is. Let me see. Nausea by X.
Nausea by X. Final answer?
Final answer.
I'm going with X.
All right. Audience, what do we think? Any ideas? No? Let's see what you got. Come on, let's see. Oh, come on. Boo. We finally get an audience and they don't want to participate. All right, well.
You guys won't
all
get
right.
a participation trophy if you don't get on.
Right, that's right. Okay, let's see what the answer is. Psycho Killer by Talking Heads. I tried to tell you to show us. There's a reason I was looking at all of you. You guys play that song, so yeah. No points for you. No pay for you on the next gig. All right.
Done that part.
Right. I don't remember a strong female vocal in that song, though, but that could just be me.
Well, it was a high note, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try our next song. Ooh, close one. Willie.
That was Anarchy in the UK by the Sex Pistols.
All right.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
No, it's God Save the
God Save the
Queen.
Queen.
So 1 point for Willie. Looks like we've got one more.
One more.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, no clue.
Nothing, huh?
Got nothing. German techno.
So Hank Williams.
Yeah, Hank Williams Jr.
all right.
Yeah, Jr.
Okay. Any guesses out in the audience?
It sounds like polka music of some sort.
Polka's good.
Polka punk? I like it. I like it. All right. Well, let's see what the answer is. We've got Radio by Elvis Costello and the Attractions.
Yeah, I was never a big Elvis Costello.
Same.
Yeah, I wasn't
Same.
either.
Yeah. I know he was popular, but not with me.
No.
All right. Well, it looks like if we have any more games for us to play, it's going to be over on Patreon. So sign up if you're not already and go to patreon.com/Audio Roast. All right, we've tallied up all the points, but before we give out the winner, you guys want to taste some of what we made?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So we've got buffalo chicken dip here. That's been our creation for the day, so I'll let you guys dig in. I'm not gonna, it's food. We've done this before.
Look at that.
Nice and cheesy and buffalo-y. The chicken turns into buffalo in the oven. That's the whole shtick here.
I see.
So
Yeah.
it goes
Probably
from
don't need that
bird to beef.
It does. Bird to beast.
Bird to Beast?
Yes, indeed.
Didn't the Stones write a song like that? Bird to Beast?
Beast
I
of
think
Burden.
you're on the right track.
Beast
yeah.
of Burden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, man. So here's what I'm going to do. Because it's Buffalo, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't have anything to drink.
There you go. Well, we can fix that. We got coffee and water.
They're hot.
It is. It did come out of the beast of oven or
I'll give
something.
you that.
I'm gonna go.
Wow.
I'm gonna dig into this after the show's over, but for now, I'll just
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Guys, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it with a
good with
pita. Be all fancy about it.
I'm good
All
with
right,
that.
so in doing our big total for the day, Willie, I don't know how many points you got, but you got them all.
Like 80.
Yeah.
Like 80.
That was a good save if you saw that. This is really
I
good.
like that. That was good.
Yeah. So this is super easy to whip together. It's something that feeds a lot of people if you want to bring something for a family reunion or anything like that. Got some friends coming over for a party. This is something fun to do. Oh, yeah. They want you over in the camera. All right. We've got an audience here to feed. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget that times are hard for everybody right now, so may your cup of coffee and your love of music be strong, and your chicken dip, especially the buffalo variety. But your sense of humor be even stronger. We'll see you right here next week. Come on and eat.
I like Play-Doh.